Hi everyone, welcome to Matrix Uploaded. My name is Nelson. We're going to be dealing with data handling, starting from the basics, collecting data, organizing data, representing data. Okay, then from there we'll grow up to representing on pie charts, histogram, and so on. Let's start small. Here we go. We develop questions and collecting data. Remember, before your histograms, you need to collect data. The first point under this is a common way of gathering information is through questioning. Guys, when you collect data, you must know what you're dealing with. What do you want from people? Okay. What type of questions you need to ask people so that they can provide information. Okay. Then those questions you put in the form of questioning are either cross, tick, yes, no answers. Then from there, you'll analyze your data after you collected it. Then we say the most common thing to collect data is through questioning. Normally, this type of research is called like quantity. Okay, it's quantity research. So the next point, questions in questioning should be clear and simple. Okay. Clear and simple, straight to the point. What do you want? Questions in the questionnaires should include the following. Look at this. Yes or no answer. And tick or crosses. Done. Fine. Now, we have some terms used in collecting data. Let's try to familiarize ourselves with these concepts. Concept number one, we talk of what you call survey. This is an investigation of the opinions of a group of people based on a set of questions. Another term will be questionnaire, as I talked about it. It's a set of questions designed for a particular survey. Okay, you can put this in the form of booklet or some papers. It's the questionnaire. And respondent is a person who responds to the questionnaire. Good. Now, things to consider or avoid when designing a questionnaire. Guys, as I said, questions must be clear and simple, must involve yes or no answers or tick or crosses. Okay, those are the common questions on the questionnaire. So try to avoid the following. Okay, now, first thing, because you have designed, investigate on as many people as possible. This one is not what you should avoid. You need to investigate as many people as possible. Okay, but now what you should avoid is this. Questions must not offend the respondents. Surely, guys, you cannot say, how much do you earn per month? I mean, that's not like an ideal question. You cannot ask that, otherwise you're gonna offend the respondent. So, another thing is, the questionnaires must not ask the respondents to write their names. Okay, on a question, we don't need the names, guys. Just be straight to the point on your questions. The questionnaire must avoid to gather respondents' sensitive personal information. As I said already, this is related to, like, you say how much you earn. I mean, it's not gonna worth it. Okay, do you have illness? Okay, what type of illness? I mean, it's not like typical questions on the questionnaire. Try to avoid such things. Be straight to the point and respect people. Okay, right. Now, we come into organizing data. To organize data, look, the most and easiest way of organizing data is through frequency tables. I will explain this later, what do you mean by frequency table. Types of data. We have discrete data and continuous data. Okay, when you collect data, guys, you will find two types, discrete data or continuous data. I will talk more about what do you mean by discrete and what do you mean by continuous data. Here we go. Right. Just want to revise this quickly. Discrete data. We say discrete data is data in which one of the variables can only take on whole number values. For example, if one of the variables is the number of passengers on a plane and the other is the cost per passenger. Okay, then it will not be possible to determine the cost of 1.5 passengers. You can only calculate the cost of like 1, 2, 3, 4, and so forth, passengers. The data is represented graphically as dots joined by a broken line. or a curve. Discrete data, guys, we're just dealing with whole numbers. You can be able to count, okay, count in whole numbers. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. When you collect such data, say you're trying to collect discrete data. So we have continuous data. Let's see what continuous data means. Okay, here, as I've said, this summarizes what I called about the discrete data. These are whole numbers with a curve. Now we move to continuous data. Continuous data, we say, is data which can take on any number rather than just whole numbers. For example, if one of the variables is the weight mass of people going to gym and the other is the amount of nutrients taken by those people in grams, then the data is represented by means of a solid line or a curve. Guys, continuous data, like weight, mass, those ones you can measure, we call those continuous data, guys. Then we'll proceed this with other lessons and see how we can expand this continuous and discrete. See you. Cheers.